So he got his eligibility waiver in the transfer in February, and ever since that day, Buckeye fans have been waiting for this moment, this jog out to the field. Justin Fields.
Ohio State quarterback Justin Fields is currently ranked the second best quarterback in the draft behind Trevor Lawrence. But in this video, I'm going to break down why I think the projected number 2 overall pick will be the Jets' biggest mistake. After his freshman year at Georgia, Fields transferred to Ohio State, where he went 13-1 as a sophomore, throwing for over 3,000 yards, passing for 41 touchdowns, and throwing only 3 interceptions. Despite having games canceled due to COVID-19, Fields is off to another hot start in 2020, with 1,500 yards and 15 touchdowns through 6 wins. However, Fields has done this with 4 receivers ranked in the top 20 in the nation. Julian Fleming was ranked number 1 in the nation coming out of high school, and has certainly benefited Fields' numbers tremendously. G. Scott Jr. out of Washington was ranked number 10 in the nation coming out of high school, and has been a surefire weapon for Fields throughout this season. Jackson Smith the Jabba has been one of Fields' best options all season long. Ranked the 5th best receiver in the nation, the Jabba has made incredible catches, including this one in the back of the end zone. This type of playmaking ability and natural balance in the air has allowed Fields to completely trust his receivers when throwing the ball. However, the Jets receiving corps is currently ranked second to last in the NFL according to Pro Football Focus, or PFF, an analytical website trusted by the NFL to rank positional players. With the loss of deep threat Robbie Anderson, the Jets wide receivers certainly have not opened up any offensive options. Fields will not have the luxury of being able to throw the deep ball and trusting his receiver to make the play. So how will that affect him once he comes to the NFL? To answer that, we're going to look at the last Ohio State quarterback to be drafted, Dwayne Haskins. Haskins was a stud at OSU, and constantly praised for his ability to make accurate throws while remaining in the pocket. Haskins threw for 4,800 yards and 50 touchdowns in his 2018 season. This led him to be drafted with the 15th overall pick by the Washington football team. However, despite many scouts claiming that Haskins' throwing ability would transfer to the NFL, he struggled once he finally made it to the pro field. There are a couple of main reasons behind this disappointing career for Haskins. Used to the sturdy offensive line of Ohio State, Haskins quickly felt his pocket collapsing and wasn't able to make decisions fast enough. Suddenly, his receivers weren't open by 5+ yards, and he had to sneak the ball into tight spaces, which was far beyond his ability. A dynamic offense of Ohio State revolves around the receivers making plays, which is why Ohio State receivers such as Washington receiver Terry McLaurin constantly find success in the NFL. Haskins continued to compete for the starting job, but was pinned against former Chiefs quarterback Alex Smith and former Panthers quarterback Kyle Allen. Eventually, Haskins was demoted to 3rd-string quarterback, and his career was all but finished. Unfortunately, this story is not unique to Haskins. There's a long history of OSU quarterbacks having fruitless careers in the NFL. Former OSU quarterback Cardell Jones won a national championship with the program. He was drafted in the 4th round to the Buffalo Bills, but ended up being cut from the Chargers practice squad just 1 year later. Terrell Pryor gave up on his quarterback dreams in the NFL, but found a decently successful career as a wide receiver. Troy Smith was a Heisman winner with OSU in 2006, but only played in the NFL for about 5 years before his career came to an end. Not a single OSU quarterback has started in a Super Bowl, nor has a single one made the Pro Bowl. So the question becomes, will Fields break this trend? We're going to look to OSU's matchup with the 2nd best rated defense in the country, Northwestern. Despite OSU coming out on top 22-10, Justin Fields only completed 12 of 27 passes for 114 yards with 2 interceptions. You can see on this play that Fields' deep ball is way off, and it forces his receiver barreling out of bounds to make the play. The main reason for this is that when Fields winds up, he completely relies on his arm to make the play. You can see his foot swing up, and it's clear that he's relying on his muscles to get the ball there, rather than using his momentum to swing the ball downfield. Fields was terrible in the red zone, throwing no touchdown passes for the game. In this, you can see him take a sack because of his indecisiveness. Against a good secondary, Fields looks flustered. Here you can see he has a receiver wide open in the middle of the field, but swings the other way trying to make a better play. As a result, he takes a sack. He won't have this kind of time in the NFL. His offensive line is ranked number 5 in the nation and number 1 in the Big Ten. In his first interception, you can see Fields make a poor play under pressure. Fields' resistance to throw the ball out of bounds shows a lack of maturity that's necessary to succeed in the NFL. There's some clear similarities to Haskins' play. Coming into the draft, Haskins was given a scout rating of 90, reporting that his arm strength could be the downfall to his career. Fields currently holds a scout grade of 93, with his pocket mobility and efficiency being his 2 best traits. Fields has shown that under pressure he can make some dumb decisions. It'll be interesting to see how he adjusts to the fast pace of the NFL. Fields and OSU will look forward to their rematch against Clemson in the CFB semifinal, after a disappointing exit last season.
It's intercepted, and the Tigers.
Overall, I'm going to give Justin Fields a B. While I do believe that Fields showcases some amazing leadership and fantastic playmaking ability, I don't think he'll be able to escape OSU's offensive trap for quarterbacks. His resilience and ability to bounce back do make him an interesting prospect, but I believe that an NFL GM would be better off putting somebody else under center come the 2021 season. Thanks for watching.